When I left my last company, I was there a long time. I knew the president of the organization very well, and I went and I told him what I was going to do. And he said, "Is there anything that we can do to keep you here?" And I said, "Can I ask you a few questions?" He said, "Of course." I said, "Can I ever own part of this company?" "No." "Can I ever make profit share from people that I bring into the organization that help make the company big?" "No." "Can I ever coach or train anybody and be paid for those efforts?" "No." And I said, "You've just answered my question." "No, there's nothing else you can do. For me, I want a real estate business. I don't want to just sell houses for the rest of my life." My name is Allie Van Westenberg. I am a real estate agent. I'm an investor. I'm a MAPS coach, which is a mastery coach for top agents throughout the United States. I'm a wife. I'm a grandmother. I'm a mother. And I'm a race car driver. As a young woman with a family, I was what I would call a professional volunteer. I was always the person out and about, and I was always in charge. So that was always I always wanted to be the one to be in charge because I got things done. So I started in real estate back in 1992. So I've been doing this for over 30 years, a long time. Things have changed dramatically. So I was with that company up in Evergreen for a couple of years, and at that point I was doing about 40 transactions, and I wanted to do more. The only way to do more is to get into a more densely populated area. So I interviewed with different companies down in the city, and I decided to go with another large real estate company. I was with that company for about 18 years, a long time. It was a good company. However, I knew Diana Kokoska and I knew Tony DeCello, who were spearheaded a lot of the coaching that Keller Williams offers today. When it was time for me to make the switch after the big recession in the real estate, when condominium sales went away and I had to go back to the basics, which was lead generation, I thought this is the time to make the move. Primarily the reason that I was going to be looking at Keller Williams was just geographics, because I live in the foothills and I was driving all the way down to Cherry Creek to go to work every day. And it just didn't make sense for me to do that, is because I had a large team as well. And I thought, I'd been at this Lakewood location for many years, and it was a perfect hub for us to spray across the whole metropolitan area. It was location that was also critical for me. And so when I came over to Keller Williams and I started talking to them about opportunity, it made sense for me to go ahead and get involved. At that time, however, I did not know how much real opportunity there was with this company. What I was looking at is just, great space, great location, good training, all those kinds of things. And then I later discovered what they really had to offer. And because of that, my business became a more entrepreneurial kind of a business. So I wasn't just selling homes. I was creating a business around real estate. Well, it's really funny. When I first got to Keller Williams, they kept talking about culture, and the only culture I knew was like Manson, right? And I was like, or some kind of a cult versus culture, right? And I'm so tunnel vision. I'm one of these people, I come in, I go to work, I just do my thing. I want to be focused on my goals and my responsibilities to my team and my family. And then I was invited to become part of Gary Keller's top mastermind, because my volume started to increase again. We got up to about 143 units. At that time, I started to really understand what culture meant. And that was not just, the culture of selling, but it was the culture of sharing all the information that you have, sharing all the training that you have, sharing your experiences, your knowledge. And based on that, and the more I read about it and the more that I studied leadership, it automatically showed me that by giving, it automatically comes back. And that is something also that Keller Williams coaches and trains around. I don't think that people really understand what's available here. In the coaching realm alone, you've got life coaching, if you just want to get your head on straight. You've got director of ops coaching, if you want a director of ops training for maintaining a very high successful lean running team. You've got mastery coaching, which is client coaching to build their businesses. You've got wealth coaching. You've got business coaching. You've got all these different arenas that are just not real estate. It's real estate related, but it's not just real estate, selling houses. It's building a life by design and building passive income so that if I don't want to work anymore, which at this stage I really don't have to, but if I don't want to work anymore, I don't have to worry about paying my bills. And I can still enjoy my life at a high level. And I can still provide for my family and my grandchildren. So the company introduced me to being more aggressive in that arena. And because of that, we're now moving in that direction. I mean, if we're talking specifically about the Market Center itself, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's awesome, it's fabulous. The culture here, there's high energy, there's lots of tech training, there's all kinds of things. The doors are open. You can go ask anybody, anytime, anything, and they're willing to share. That's the difference, is not only the ability to grow a business that then can feed you and your family, because profit share is 2 generations, but it's also about coming to work and feeling like you really like what you do and hanging around the people that you really like to hang around with and being able to choose the people you want to learn from. And that's what I would say is important within these walls.